Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hivemind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Alright, so every day that passes is one day closer to the next election. It's most likely going to be a 2020 rematch between former President Donald Trump and current, it's hard to call him a president, current White House resident, Joe Biden. And so obviously in an election, there's two choices, right? So we got to keep comparing and contrasting the two options. People keep telling you that Joe Biden is a statesman. He's returned legitimacy to the White House. He is great. Why? Because he's got experience. You know, he's got diplomatic experience and foreign policy experience. He knows what he's doing and he's getting the job done. Really? Is that what's happening? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like if Joe Biden has experience in anything, it's literally ruining everything that he touches. And friends, Joe Biden's most recent performance on the world stage might be one of his worst ever, as of yet. I'm not exaggerating when I say that, just let me make the case. That's exactly what we're gonna do. But before we get into anything, this video is actually brought to you guys by a long-time continued channel sponsor. So let's play that clip and then get into the video. This video is brought to you guys by American Hartford Gold. The powers that be are trying to convince you that we're in an economic recovery, everything's fine. Meanwhile, over the last 2 years, it seems like the cost of living has nearly doubled. This fiat currency scam continues to hurt you in this age of money printing where money isn't even real. Bank runs are happening, banks are failing, and to make matters even worse, the Russian government just confirmed a new BRICS gold-backed currency, signaling a possible end to the petrodollar, which is backed by fake fiat US dollars. The world is complicated, economics is complicated, and it seems like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, your purchasing power just continues to become weaker. Well, there's a clear answer in tough economic times. The answer is to divert a portion of your portfolio in stable, tangible assets like precious metals, gold, and silver. And American Hartford Gold is the best in the business. One phone call and they'll deliver physical gold and silver straight to your doorstep, or they'll deliver it directly into your IRA or 401k. They're the best and only option in the business, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and decades of experience in the business. Not to mention they're running an amazing promotion where you can receive up to $5,000 of free silver on qualifying orders. What are you waiting for? They're one call away. Simply call 844-440-1005 or text Hivemind, one word, Hivemind, to 65532. Get them on the line, friends. Support the companies that support us in the work that we do. Now back to the video. All right, folks. So I really want to stick on the whole statesman idea. You know, Donald Trump, he's the pariah. You know, he's the guy that other countries don't want to work with. People don't like him. They don't take him seriously. Trump puts us at risk. That's what they tell you. Even though his actual track record, especially when it comes to foreign policy and foreign trade deals, is pretty much, I'd say, up there with some of the best presidents. Anyways, they tell you that Trump's not the guy for the job, Joe Biden is. That's really what I want to stick on. Joe Biden is the guy for the job. Look, I don't know how to say this nicely, but anybody who makes that point, anybody who's making that argument, either doesn't have eyes, doesn't have ears, doesn't have enough IQ points, or is on some sort of mind-altering substance and is living in a completely different universe. Folks, this is the typical Joe Biden performance when it comes to foreign policy and diplomatic relations. Here's Joe Biden with the brand new president of Brazil.
Well, first of all, I would like to greet President Biden and to say to President Biden, can you hear me, President Biden? This is an historical moment for Brazil and for the U.S. President Biden, can you hear me? You can? Yes, good. And so...
Friends, I'm at a loss for words. The President of the United States is so clearly incompetent, so clearly unwell, and obviously hasn't kept up with the times. He doesn't know how to use a translator tool or to put earbuds in his ears. They continue to fall off. All of it is being captured on tape and released to the internet for the world to see, and of course the reaction is, the world is laughing at us. Joe Biden has turned the United States of America, the most powerful nation on earth, the most powerful entity on Earth, the world's leader, into a complete laughing stock. Can't get the earbuds in his ear. His mental deterioration makes it so that the event can't run smoothly because Joe Biden literally doesn't know what the hell's going on and can't hear what the president of Brazil is even saying. Then the earbuds are dropping out of his ears. He's looking like a complete fool. And at the end of I think his name is President Lula's speech, Joe Biden just walks off the stage and doesn't even shake hands with him. I mean, it's reaching astonishing levels of stupidity, incompetence, and embarrassment. It never ends. I mean, it's not getting better, obviously. Joe Biden doesn't have something that gets better. He didn't catch a cold and just give him a week or two and he'll be back on his feet. No, Joe Biden is in a perpetual state of mental decline. And each and every year that goes by, each and every second that goes by, he gets worse, objectively. You know, what you just witnessed, that's the current American relationship on the world stage. People aren't taking this guy seriously anymore. When Joe Biden speaks, people are legitimately laughing. You know, they can't keep a straight face. They don't understand what the hell it is they're dealing with. Foreign policy is important because the last thing we need is for nations to feel a weakened US on the world stage, possibly driving them into China's arms or other aspiring global superpowers' arms. You know, our relationship with the Saudis, as much as the situation is kind of unfortunate, it's an important relationship. But Joe Biden has turned that diplomatic relationship into a complete joke. We're constantly receiving reports that the Saudi royals are making fun of Joe Biden's mental state.
Well, a new report is indicating that Saudi Arabia's leader pokes fun of Joe Biden in private. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman mocks President Joe Biden's mental state behind closed doors.
Saudi TV skit comedy shows release segments like this.
Thank you very much. Today, we're going to talk about the crisis in Spain. Yeah, we're going to talk about the crisis in Africa. Russia. And I want to talk about the president of Russia, Putin. Putin, listen to me. I have a very important message to you. The message is, and the president of China.
And we're sitting here listening to these goofballs on TV tell us that Joe Biden is an incredible statesman that dwarfs Donald Trump in the world of diplomacy when it comes to actual performance, track record, results, and experience. Anyone who says that is not well. You know, Joe Biden is actually being laughed at. Meanwhile, Democrats keep playing this clip over and over again
to share the extraordinary progress we've made. In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
They claim that nobody took Donald Trump seriously. The world stage, all the globalists laughed at Trump when he gave his speeches. But what a pathetic, cherry-picked attempt to rewrite history. The reality of Donald Trump's NATO performances is that, yes, in some cases they laughed at him, but for the most part, Trump was vindicated on nearly everything that he said during those events. You know, like when he told the Germans this.
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers. It has been the formal policy of our country since President Monroe.
They laughed, they smirked, they didn't take it seriously. Fast forward, 5 years later? Trump was right about all of it. In fact, they probably should have heeded his warning. If Joe Biden represents a candidate with experience, then folks, I want the candidate with the least amount of experience. Because like I said, Joe Biden has experience with one thing and one alone, and that is literally screwing up everything that the man touches. And it's really not just me saying it. Let's not forget Obama's infamous quote, or I guess maybe paraphrase because I'm going off memory here. Never underestimate Joe's ability to screw something up. Or the former Obama-Biden White House official, a member of the intelligence and military community, who literally stated on the record that Joe Biden was on the wrong side of nearly every major foreign policy decision of the last, I think, 4 or 5 decades.
I think he's been wrong on nearly every major foreign policy and national security issue over the past 4 decades. Would he be an effective commander-in-chief?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I stand by that statement.
Yeah, if that's experience, if that's an experienced statesman, I'll take an inexperienced Donald Trump outsider candidate 10 out of 10 times. What an absolute joke. What an absolute embarrassment. Joe Biden continues to put literally everything at risk. It's time to get this guy off the stage. The little circus puppet show has got to come to an end. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.